Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome back to Anno 1800. So first things first, the newspaper is bugging us. Shipyard is built and for that we have +5 happiness. An alliance of civilized nations also makes people very happy. Well, not really happy, but they're less likely to riot, so that's kind of the same thing, I would say. And then there is city left to burn. Fire guts part of Nimster. Locals rage at failure of local authority to act. Yeah, I think that was the Schnapps farm that burned down. And we didn't have the fire station in place yet. But these offset each other quite nicely.
It's important.
And publishing the truth also keeps the people happy. Because if you're not doing that, eventually they will catch on to you. And they will start to revolt. And we definitely do not want that. My minimap bug is also fixed, it seems, and I think I know why this is happening. And this is because I need to wait in the main menu for all the stuff to load in, like the newsletters and things like that. But if I go into the main menu, immediately click load, then the colors on the minimap disappear. It's a little bit strange, but there you go. I think that's what's going on. Anyway, let's have a look at Bastion. How many people do we have here? We have 96. Even just one more house would make them want clothing and schnapps. That is no good. I would like to have an extra farm though, so we are going to have to set up some infrastructure to get them the things that they want. And I think we already... Actually no, we did not make some progress towards that yet. So at Nimster we will load some schnapps, but definitely not 50 tons, because that's all we have. Let's say 3 tons per time that he goes back and forth. I think that would be a nice acceptable amount for now. Now let's have a look. How much are we actually making? It's going down by -2. Fish is going down by -1. Schnapps. This might still be stabilizing, but I don't think so. At least not the sheep farm. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. Alright, so let's have a look. We will put a sheep farm down right there. We have plenty of farmers, so we should not skimp on this sort of thing. It's very important to keep everything up and running, keep the people happy. Alright, so schnapps is going down as well by -2, and of course now we have started the exportation of these things as well. So it's very important that we make more, that we make enough. We are running a negative balance at the moment, but we still have 22,000 bucks, so I'm going to make use of that. Let us say we will put a farm down here, and the schnapps distillery can go in right there. And now we just need to create some fields. Like so, nice straight line. We could put in another farm over here and connect it up to this farm, so it looks like one huge potato field like this over here. But for now, let's see what this does. This is going to stabilize a little bit. Everything else is either stable or going up. So I'm okay with that for now. I think later on we may need another schnapps farm. But yeah, something to keep our eye on. Meanwhile though, we have a quest from Leonard von Malching. I'm not going to take that because knowing him, he's probably going to give a pretty hard dickish quest. I'm not okay with that. Yeah, and this was the fire, right? Alright then, so we are getting hops. We are getting more cider or schnapps for the people. That's going over here. I think again later on we are going to need an expansion on those farms, but for now we have 16 hops in storage. So it's time to turn this into beer. Now again, let's have a look. The grain farm produces every minute. The malt house produces every 30 seconds. Right, so we need 2 grain farms for 1 malt house. And well, this is being produced over elsewhere. But like I said, we probably need to have a third farm to keep the the supply running pretty well. And then a brewery needs 75 workers. 25 for the malt house, so that's 100 workers. The rest is just farmers, which we still have. We have enough. We just needed 2 grain farms, so that's 40 farmers. Alright, so if we, let's see, put down a farm over here, maybe we can fill this up. Indeed we can. Oh, we need 1 more. That's kind of crazy, no? Alright, well, it's easily fixed. We don't need to have this curve in the road. We can just add in 1 more tile of wheat over here and you just create the road over there. That fills up that block nicely. Perfectly, even. Alright, so of course we need a malt house. The malt house needs to be close to the production area. Let's create that right there, I guess, and then we will add another farm just off the left of the field a little bit, or left of the road. It's not even left, but you know. Oh man. Okay, so fields, that's 134, 132, yeah, like that, I suppose. Alright, so these 2 should provide the necessary materials to the malt house. It's going to take a little while because again these produce every minute, so it's not quite there yet. Once they start producing some malt, and we already have the hops, it's time for us to build the brewery. Now, the maintenance cost of this is minus 200. That's quite a lot, since we're already negative 300. So we're going to be negative 500 once this is built. However, the people that want our beer are going to pay a lot of money for it. Plus 11 coins. Whereas, for example, just having a pub is plus 2. Schnapps is plus 6. This is just for happiness, and so on. This is plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. So once our main population gets access to beer, they start producing a lot more tax revenue. The only problem is you start to rely on it a little bit later on from now. And if you ever run out of beer, you can see, for example, if you're positive 3000, you can actually go positive or negative 3000 as well, which is quite insane, and it really hurts. Anyway, schnapps have started to arrive. If we expand this village, they will definitely be able to make clothing for themselves. I'm just going to wait for 1 more shipment, I think, before I expand this town. Meanwhile, though, we are producing a lot of materials that we are not actually using. For a construction material, we are already full up on timber. So we can sell off the, let's say, 25 tons, and we want to keep a minimum of 50 tons of wood. So whenever a foreign ship arrives in the harbor there, they will be able to buy this stuff from us. The same is going to be done over here. It's not going to earn us a lot of money because there's timber everywhere. Sails, however, yeah, that could be nice. Let's say we want to have a minimum of 30 tons, so we can sell 17, I think, if I remember correctly what I just saw. Alright, so this is now producing. I wonder, do we have anything in storage yet? Malt. We have 1 ton of malt in storage. We are going to need a little bit more than that, but for now, let's make the brewery. Let's see, we could make the fields a little bit differently. If we build this building over here, we need to delete this. Now we can have 1 brewery over here. Of course, this needs to have some extra farm fields now. And then we can do something with trees over here. And we can also upgrade this one, because this one has a lot to process. So even by just upgrading once, we have gained access to another ramp, and that should help with throughput, which is something we definitely do need. And by the way, why is this music going crazy on us right now? Is there a fire? Is there a fight? No. It's kind of weird. Maybe because we're at such a huge negative balance and we are bleeding money right about now. Let's go to the Emporium Exotique for the quest.
I can't promise it won't be dangerous.
Alright, so yeah, we definitely needed money. We just need to pick up some crates at her harbor. So let's go over there. Because this is going kind of crazy. Until beer actually starts pouring in. Look at that. It's going down by like 10 gold coins a second. That's really fucked up. So I think we need to expand our houses a bit. I think we could use some more farmhouses. Actually, we could probably do with a few more farmhouses up here as well, which we will later on upgrade. But just for now, this will give us a little bit more capacity to upgrade the houses on this side. Alright. So that gave us... yeah, it's going to increase this number. We are at a negative for the farm force at the moment, but I don't think it's going to be a huge issue because these guys are still filling up. And so, right now they only have 1 out of 10, so that's going to increase in just a second. Yeah, the more people we have, the more taxes, of course, we can earn. However, it's a balancing act because the more people you have, also the more stuff you need to produce to keep everyone fed. So, yeah, that's going to be the trick. But I think it is going to be okay. Alright, so Schnapps is increasing. And we need more workers, so we are just going to bite the bullet here and...
you reached a new milestone.
Increase the population. Of course, everyone needs access to a road. They are going to want to have a pub, so we might as well build that right now. And yeah, of course, they are going to want to have clothing. For that we need 60 farmers. And we needed 20 for the farm, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so we need 80 people. I just added 10 houses.
Never let me hear you say life lacks challenge. Seems we hold the
So, yeah, I think... oh, sustain across the region. Residents' happiness above 25. Across the region. So that's also for here, I think. For 5 minutes. Alright, so first things first, we need work clothes. Alright, so let's say we are going to put this right here. And alright, let's accept that. And this is going to be connected up so that we actually have access to the clothes. Oh crap. I see a lot of pirates around here. Deliver 2 crates. Oh crap, that's very close to the pirates as well.
Tremendous fun.
Oh. Alright, so that one pirate ship went away, but there's 2 more around here. And we need to deliver these crates to this guy right outside the pirate island. And we need to get past these 2 guys as well.
On our way.
That's a bit of a challenge. And at what time do we have to do? Yeah, we have to do that in half an hour. So we could sit here in the harbor and see if these guys move off. I think that would definitely be better for us. Right, meanwhile though, we are at a positive balance again, and that is of course because now the beer has started to come in. And people are paying us a lot of money for that. And this quest, above 25. And they're at 24. Oh man. So what else do you want? They're not in need of anything. Except maybe these guys could use another pub.
Flagship ready for orders.
Oh yeah, okay, we're sinking one of these ships. Doesn't seem to be putting up much of a fight.
Coordinates plotted.
Ship under attack.
Except of course we were not exactly in the place we needed to be for him to be able to attack us, because these small ships, they only attack from the front. They don't fire into the side. So in this position we're in, he's helpless and we can do a ton of damage. So I'm just going to chase this guy down because, oh crap, there's two more coming. Alright, so let's turn about here. These guys are going to start firing back, I think. And we can turn now, do some damage to these guys. Quite nice, yeah. Just need to micromanage this battle for a bit. Turn around, let the other side of the ship fire. Nice, alright. Let's go over here and see if we can sink this one ship that's trying to get away from us. He's still in range, and there we go. He even drops some flotsam for us to pick up. Now these other ships are quite damaged, so that's quite good. And let's see what else do we have. Dunite shells, usable on military ships. Damage to sailing ships plus 100%. Interesting. We can only use it once, however, and it is destroyed after use. Alright, so let's log frog leap over to High Clarence Hall over here. From there we can check the pirates again while I focus on some other things. Alright, so we have enough workers for right now. These guys are getting work clothes. They have schnapps. They have access to a pub, which they also want by now, and they are slowly increasing the amount of residents. So right now we have plus 21, and that means we can afford to build another hop farm. Except at this point we probably also want to have a small warehouse over here. Let's say right about there. Because we are going to reach the point very soon where the small trading post on the shore cannot take all of these guys' inputs. Right.
Aim saved.
So let's say we want to have another hop farm right about there. We're going to extend that road to connect up. Wow, that's a lot already. Alright, so these guys... Well, it's okay if it's in this little square. So that's 89. Drag this out like so. Now we have our third hops farm. That is perfect. Alright, meanwhile, the coast is clear and we can reach our destination safely. So that is what we're going to do before the pirates come back. And of course, we are going to be in the range of the harbor guns. So we are going to go in and we're going to get the fuck out. It's a shame for us that we are going into the wind, but at least we can get out quickly because the wind is directly in the other way.
You can't.
Turn! Turn! Turn, damn you! We need to get the fuck out. Oh, two cannons have opened up now. We are going to survive, but look at this shit. That's worth a screenshot. That looks quite nice.
Screenshot taken.
Another one. I'm using two different services to create my screenshots. It's really not sensible, but oh well. It's a reflex. Alright, so sustain across the region, residents' happiness above 25 for 5 minutes. But we have, well, 23 minutes now left to actually get them up to 25. And yeah, we can do some more upgrades. There we go. Plenty of workers. They don't want anything else right now, except, oh, now they should want the school, because we just got enough people, enough workers for them to want the school. To make that, we need 20 tons of steel. Now, steel is still not being made, and that is a problem. One that we are going to have to fix. So let's have a look. We need an iron mine. First of all, it produces every 15 seconds. We have a charcoal kiln, which produces every 30 seconds. A furnace every 30 seconds. And steelworks, which produces every 45 seconds. So we need 200 workers for this, 100 workers for that, 10 workers for this. So for now we're going to only make one steelworks, one furnace, one of each basically. Later on we can make some more, but 50 here, so 60, 160, 360 workers. We have 240. That number is slowly increasing, of course, but yeah, it's a thing that we have to work on. Alright, so like I said, this guy is now being overtaxed a little bit. Meanwhile, everything else seems to be going pretty well. We are now plus 500 thanks to the beer and the schnapps over here, I suppose. And money is going up. We have 17,000. But we need to spend it wisely, because setting this up is quite expensive. This one costs 800, 500, 500 and 1,000. So this is 2,000, 2,800. Plus all the materials. Yeah. Alright, so we have one over here, we have one over there. I think for this, for now, we are going to expand over to here. Now we need a small warehouse, and this small warehouse by itself also costs 20 upkeep. Huh. So even that costs us money. Anyway, let's connect that up. I want to have this industry far away from the town. We'll create an iron mine right about there. Connect it up to the road. And then we need a charcoal kiln, which fits in perfectly just about there. So let's section this off so that we know not to build within this range. And we will connect that up over to here. And now we need a furnace. And the furnace can be right there. And then we need a steelworks, which doesn't quite fit in here, which is a shame. If we turn this around like so, we need to keep space for a road for the limestone deposit later on. Right, so building it over here would work out okay. And now we can just create a little road that goes around it like so. And maybe we can build something else in this little space later on. But for now, we have not quite enough workers. And that is the problem here. So what we need to do is we need to expand once again our town with more farmhouses so that we can upgrade these farmhouses over here into workers. And of course, these guys will want a road. Meanwhile, our ship is back and it is slowly recharging its hit points, very slowly. But it is still doing so nonetheless. Now I'm looking for anyone else that might have a quest for us. This guy has a quest. I don't know what he would ask of us. Let's have a look.
Guilty. until you prove yourself innocent.
Floating bottles may look innocuous to the layperson, but you've no idea how often the messages inside facilitate escape. I don't care if they're desert island shipwrecks, bring me those bottles to smash.
See you on the other side.
So, he just wants us to pick up some flotsam. For that we will get a nice sum of money. The flotsam is out of sight somewhere in the fog of war. But it's very close by, and it should be safe to go over there. So let's go ahead and do that, so that we can get the money we need. Then, we need to upgrade some houses. And now we have enough workers, but not enough farmers. So, maybe create another little row of houses, except we've run out of timber. Anyway, we can finish building up these later. Should not be a problem. And of course, again, we need to keep an eye out on all the things we are producing to keep the people happy. Now, I think if I remember correctly, beer, like this produces every 130 seconds, this produces every 30 seconds, this produces every minute. So we can have 2 breweries for 1 malt house. And of course this requires 75 workers, so we're not going to make that now, but pretty soon I think we should build a second one. Yeah. Alright, let's drag a road out of here just because we can. Because it looks sensible, I suppose. Split things up a little bit. Create some access, some roadways. Because overall it just looks also quite nice. I like to section these parts off a little bit. Alright, our ship has reached the area he needs to be in to pick up the flotsam. And we needed 3 pieces, I think. I see 2. Maybe the third one is over here somewhere, or actually... No, it's down here. Alright, so that's number 2. Can we click it yet? No, we cannot. So we're just going to have to get close and uncover it through the fog of war. But yeah, this guy has some useful people for sale sometimes. But of course, it's really expensive. And it's a little bit dubious buying people from prison. Buying people in general, I mean, it's pretty dubious. But oh well. It is what it is.
Awaiting instructions.
For sure we would give them a better life than what they would have in prison anyway. Even though they technically would be slaves, I guess, but yeah, you know. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be saving up for a school. I think that will be very wise to have. And we could build it, let's say, over here, where it would reach pretty much all the worker houses. So if we turn it like that, yeah, we can have another row around it. Let's place it as a ghost.
Justice served.
Alright. People are now less happy, and I guess I'm going to guess that this lack of happiness is due to pollution. I think if we would make the place more attractive, they would become happier. So what we could do is create a nice little park area. We could do so, let's say, right here. Now how many spaces is this? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's an odd number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We need those 13 spaces to be in the middle. So this should be a perfect square, I think. We have flower beds. We can do something really nice with this, I suppose, but it is going to cost us a little bit of money. So we could have a fountain square in here. Some stone flower pots as well. Have those on the corners. anarchist banners, megaphone towers, chess tables. Chess tables are always nice. I think we could do with a fountain in the middle of the park. This should roughly be the middle, right? So then we could create chess tables. Right about there.
One final look.
Right about there. Here. And let's also look at this.
Especially good humor, Governor.
Sea battle captivates the people. People don't really like that, but this is offset by happiness and light. And then we also have happiness because we are a financial powerhouse now. So our gamble paid off. Right, let's have a look. This one right about there. So we have several chess tables, I guess, and we can connect all of these up by road. Like so. Later on we can replace these with actual parts, but now we've created little areas for us to work in and create a nice little park that people can actually access really easily. Now we don't have tons of materials that we can use for this, but we have like we have some billboards, botanical gardens for example, Merry Christmas billboard. We have All Hallows Eve billboard as well, which is a Halloween thing that they added because, well, Halloween of course. And let's we have the Anno 1602 memorial statue, so we're going to place one over here. Let's say we will place one down over here as well. And let's say we create some of these guys over. Oop, that's turned the wrong way. That's better. Alright, and then of course we had flower beds, so we can create a flower bed here along the back. I like this to be symmetrical, and actually this should work out in all the little squares on the edges, so 13 seems like the magic number for this. Anyway, let me have a look at the really quick at the real time, because I actually borrowed a car from work, and this one I cannot park in my own garage because it's too big, and it's a shopping night in my city, and so it needs to be, I can park it for 2 hours, but until 10 o'clock every 2 hours I need to come back, and it's super annoying. Right, so we're not doing anything really useful at the moment except building up the little park area. Well, we are close to getting enough workers. Oh yeah, and look at that, farmers, 32, because we have all of this extra ornamentation. So we could probably do the same. Oh, this is 35 as well. So, yeah, the quest has begun. And for this, we will get a ton of money. That is awesome. Alright, so we're just going to wait for that, and after that, we've probably been playing for a while already. Let me just go back to my nice little park area. So later on, we should be getting little ponds and not lakes, but little different little things that we can actually have that look pretty nice. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but we get different ornaments is what I'm saying. A bunch of different ornaments that can really help us diversify the look of the park. There we go. That's what I meant. Alright, so maybe let's have a apple tree right about there. We'll have one over here, so people can pick some apples, and then we will have a tree here, a tree there, here, large bush, and then some shrubbery. And this doesn't seem to be equal anymore because we have an extra row of stuff, which is a little bit disappointing, but oh well. Yeah, I was wrong. I'll admit it. But basically we're going to start filling this up in this fashion. So maybe we can switch this off a little bit. Maybe, no, that doesn't look really natural, does it? We can have a tree Something like that, maybe. Yeah, things are working out pretty well. Not great, but pretty well. I think I'm going to wait for some more ornamentations to unlock before filling in the rest of this. Well, we have watering holes for the animals, but that's not really a nice play or a nice thing to put into a park, I would say. Look at that. When we get a top-down view, it actually does look pretty nice. And people can come here to play chess. They will have a pretty nice view of the, well, of the pond there. And we got our money. We're back up to 32,000. So sometimes you just really need to make an investment. And also by this time, we have enough materials to build a school. And that gives the people everything they need in order to be happy. And that means now that they have all of this, we could upgrade them to the next tier of residency. We're not going to do so right now, however. What we are going to do is we are going to build a second brewery. Let's build that. Actually, that would fit perfectly into this little road there and is close to the other one that we have. But we need more iron. So we are going to wait for the iron to finish or to come in. Well, we're not going to wait. I'm going to put a cut in here is what I mean, but we are going to have to wait to build this. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.